raised in the Lone Star Land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the bluebonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Gummy shoe prints, laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops always crackle.
Hey, there y'all are. Can y'all hear me okay? I hope everybody's well. Hello, hello. Sorry about that. My laptop froze up. I don't know what happened, so I had to get my tablet out. Good deal. Hello. Hope everybody's good. Thank you all for being here. Let me look here. Hi, TJ. Hey, me and you. And Blue Eyes. Hello, Bugsy. Hi, Charlene. And Kelly East. How you doing? Oh, goodness. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? Brandy. So good to have you. Let's see here. Seclusion. How are you? Anybody else? There's Ida. Thank you for coming in with us. Bobby. Thank you, my friend, for being you. Mhm. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Being at the lake, my time frame is all out of whack, and I was planning on going live earlier today, and me and Ziva were caught out on the golf cart. Let me share with you a little bit here. This is me and my girl. We just driving around. Look at her. That's how she sits when we drive around on the golf cart. That's my girl. There she is. So, anyways, it's just been a lazy day today. Again, sorry, no makeup. I'm at the lake. And anyways, so everybody, did you watch Crime Time Buzz? That was insane crazy. And of course there's people out there that will do that and prey on people. Um let me get this real quick. Okay. Um get back over here. Hey, Haley May and Mama. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Um, and of course, everybody's going to go live now. So we're kind of up against everybody right now. But I thought I would go ahead and go live. I do have something I want to play you. Yes, Charlene, I'm going to play that because that's what we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it for sure. Yeah, TJ, I thought it was here as well, but hang on, I'm trying to fix something real quick here. Let me see here. Anyways, um there we go. Um there was a ransom put out for Sebastian, and anyone that doesn't know, at night and Dog's team was on the spot, jumping in heads first, Sumner County, doing absolutely nothing about it. Um, but it turned out to be nothing more than a hoax. They said they had him over in the different countries, but they went, did all the things. There was a ransom out. Let's see. Kelly says, "May I ask y'all to please to be in prayer for two separate families? One young lady at 32. Oh, unalived herself. And then a 42-year-old man did the same. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. Kelly, we'll definitely keep them in our prayers for sure. That is something that is so hard to absolutely live with. It's bad enough when it's done unintentionally, in a way, but for that to be intentional is absolutely horrible. There is a guy here in Texas that, not far from where I live, was visiting the gravesite of his son that he had just buried. And he unalived himself there at his son's gravesite. It is a horrible thing to deal with, guys. Horrible. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with seclusion. Seclusion, whatever it is, you're in my prayers. Can't handle this. Enjoy the stream. Big hugs to you, seclusion. We understand. Yeah, you would think so. Why would they reach out to a subscriber on someone else's channel for the ransom? Oh, I know, Charlene. Whatever. I mean, Seth was in pure torture. Yes, 100%, Joe. 100%. If you are struggling, please reach out. Folks, there are people that care. There really are. Yes. Thank you for that, Joe. Sometimes it's hard to reach out for help. Sometimes you don't think anybody understands where you're at, but unfortunately, there are way too many people that really do understand. And it's no place to be alone, that's for sure. But I'm going to have to play on my phone and hope you can hear the Rich and Ruby that was done yesterday. I don't know if everybody listened to it or not, but I mean, we're talking way back in the beginning. And he caught some things that just I haven't heard. I have not heard them. So we're going to listen to that and discuss that tonight. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here. It really means the world to me. Y'all could be anywhere right now, but you're here with us, and that means oh so much. So thank y'all. Let me see here. Yeah, can you post that, TJ, in chat? If not, I will. Let me see if I can do it. Trying to put this in there. See if that'll work. There we go. Okay, there's a link there that I just posted. If anyone is emotionally upset and feel like there's nothing left in life, definitely reach out to there. Let them talk to you. Definitely. But okay, now let me get to Rich and Ruby over here. I'm going to play it. I hope y'all can hear it okay. I don't have a speaker, but we're going to do the best we can with this. And let's see. Okay, guys, let me put a banner up here for copyright purposes. And then we're going to play just a tad bit of music in the background. Try to make it as low as possible. Okay. Let's see if we can go. All right. Let me get this set here. Yep. Tell me if y'all can hear.
I hope y'all are doing okay. There's some things that I wanted to discuss here this morning. About Sebastian Rogers. It's about the two flashlights, subject one, subject two, you know what I'm saying? In Tinkerbell video. And, I've always felt that thing has a whole lot to do with this whole entire thing.
Bobby, thank you so much for gifting some memberships. Looky here, Bobby gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Bobby. That is so sweet of you. And guys, welcome to the lollipops, guys. Thank you so much. Let's play a little Welcome to the South here for our new members.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. Got enough to go around. You can't get a plane and get down. Welcome to the South.
Thank you, Bobby, so much. And thank you, Bobby, for that today. I appreciate you more than you know. Okay, guys, let's listen some more. He's talking about the 3 a.m. flashlights right here.
I don't think nobody probably does think so. But what else do they have in this case? And that's about the winter, guys. That's Bob, piece of tree. Bob the tree, right? As well as everybody else. I know a lot of people are talking about it anymore, but I'm slowly seeing things about that. Which is amazing. I think people are realizing you know what? Drama show. There's no getting around it. I hope this fire stays lit this time, guys. I don't realize it's been like 4 hours trying to light this fire. I literally think it's like 3 in the morning right now. I told you I won't go give up. I'll go get the fire shot in. I don't know if it's going to stay lit, but we're going to give it a minute.
It's his little setup at night.
On there, but
Cut the music. Okay, let's see.
Kind of disappointed in myself because I usually play that clip every video. Because you know what about the front door, right? If you'd have been out the front door, you would have been seen on camera, according to Chris Strpe. She did let us know that, right? Remember that one? This one right here. I'll go ahead and play it for this movie. Been in by the front door much than ago. Believe it or not. No, it's not super clear, but you would have seen it by the shot of her finger. Based on, something. One of the lights is still visible from that green camera from across the street. Yeah, from the green camera across the street.
Y'all heard that, Chris's words. If somebody would have come up there, then, for sure, somebody would have saw him. I don't know. Okay, here we go.
Always will for getting that done. Getting that question answered asked. The question asked more than once that hit him in a way that he was not expecting it. Because, talking about Sebastian going out the front door, they were telling him, of course he went out the front door, the only door he could have went out. But then in the same breath, when she asked about security of the home. Could somebody have came up and put the code in and got him out of the house? Oh, no. You can't get to my front door. Okay, you see how that worked, right? He's trying to defend his homeland, trying to defend his turf, right? Serve and protect. No retreat, no surrender. All these kinds of things. There's a clip here I'm looking for. Is this it? Department and Cleveland Central County Sheriff's No. Oh, wait, hold on. Department and Cleveland Central County Sheriff's Department telling you the sooner they find Sebastian, of course, the better.
Listen.
Everybody about searching for Sebastian right now. That search has been taking the time radius. But once that is clear, officials tell me they do plan to expand that. And as the day progresses, more and more clues have come out to help with the search for Sebastian. So far, I've just seen a couple of agencies, just to mention a few, about Metro Fire, State Troopers, TBI, City of Hendersonville, first responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Metro Urban Search and Rescue are all assisting. At this time, we know 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was last seen around midnight in his home wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants with a white stripe. Possibly there.
Did y'all hear that? He was last seen around midnight wearing a black shirt, black pants with a white stripe. Folks, this is just a few hours in. I mean, I think this was done on the 27th. And that reporter knew about the black pants with the white stripes, but yet all of the alerts that are put out have him in black sweatpants and a black sweatshirt. And yet his parents never corrected that at all. Star Child, thank you so much for the memberships. Guys, if y'all were gifted a membership from Star Child, please tell her thank you so much. We appreciate y'all and welcome.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. Got enough to go around. Can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
So, did you hear that? This was on the 26th or the 27th, I forget, but this reporter already knows the correct, stuff he was wearing. Thank you, Star Child, for that. That is so gracious. And yet, it never gets fixed. It never gets put out on the alerts and all the information that's being put out to the public. This is insane. Let's listen.
Now, he does not have a history of running away, but is down to water and is autistic. Officials with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office tell me if you want to help the search efforts, check your home surveillance video for any sighting of Sebastian.
Check your home surveillance. Hey, y'all heard that one before I played it, where she was seen at midnight around his home. Okay, so remember she went to bed around midnight? Now this is making it even more interesting, because if she went to bed shortly after midnight, he was seen around midnight. If he would have left at home, she would have heard him. She wasn't asleep yet. She probably hadn't even put the dogs up yet.
Now, we've had this conversation, because if he was seen at 12:17 down the road, she's hanging up the phone at midnight from talking to Mr. Chris. She's got to put the dogs away. She has to check the doors and make sure they're locked, turn off all the lights. He would have had to come through about that time leaving the house. She would have seen him.
What's going on here? Right? That's why I think Tinkerbell video plays a more important role. Because that would literally be around 3 hours after she supposedly went to bed and he was last seen. Okay, so now we know, according to Mama, 6-hour window. Okay, I'm trying to break down her timeline to see what she's trying to tell us. And the more I break it down, the more we dig, the more we're learning the different pairs of shoes that existed, that were talked about. Remember, he only had one pair of tennis shoes that fit him. No, that picture of him in that brown coat looks to be after Christmas. Like stuff remember, he wasn't there for Christmas. So he got his gifts after he got back. Remember that. Faith was there at Christmas. Sebastian was with Seth, his daddy.
Okay, I'm going to stop my camera. I'm going to go let my dog out for just a minute, but I'm going to keep playing this, and I want y'all to listen, pay particular attention to the 12 o'clock timeline, what Sebastian was wearing, and the 3 a.m. flashlights. Not so much the lights, but the 3 a.m. that's mentioned. Pay attention to this, guys. I'll be right back.
That's why I need to know more about these red and gray shoes. That's why I need people to start digging. That's why I need Seth Rogers to let me know something about these shoes. Because it creates a different timeline. And it proves another point of a lie to me. But yet, now we have a midnight, because clearly the mother told this news lady this. Remember? Katie Prophet told her that he was seen at midnight at the home. You just heard it. I know a lot of people haven't found that little clip. It didn't have very many. I think it only had like 39 views. It was a small little less than 3-minute clip. You know, there were so many coming out that first few days. A lot of people didn't pay attention, but this one was clearly out there early on. It was, hold on. It was a minute, 4 seconds. That's nothing. Y'all want to hear it again? I mean, I think y'all have heard it before, but we'll play it one more time.
Department in Cleveland, Sumner County Sheriff's Department telling you the sooner they find Sebastian, of course, the better.
Mark, of course, everyone is out searching for Sebastian right now. But once that is clear, officials tell me they do plan to expand that. And as the day progresses, more and more crews have come out to help with the search for Sebastian. So far, I've just seen a couple of agencies, just to mention a few of them: Metro Fire, State Troopers, TBI, City of Hendersonville, First Responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Metro Urban Search and Rescue are all assisting. At this time, we know 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was last seen around midnight in his home, wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants with a white stripe, possibly barefoot right now. He does not have a history of running away, but is known to wander and is autistic. Officials with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office tell me if you want to help the search efforts, check your home surveillance video for any sighting of Sebastian.
Okay. Y'all hear that, right? Right? And rethink about what it just said. Think about it. Overall, bigger picture, right? We know that there's at least 6 people, different companies, organizations, plus Secret Service, plus FBI, plus there was National Guard, plus there's more that came in. So 10, 11, 12, 15 different corporations that were helping overall. A lot of them being law enforcement. Some of them being, EquiSearch or something like that, search and rescue. But my point is that if you really listen to, I just gotta play again because I don't know if y'all caught it. Listen.
Department in Cleveland, Sumner County Sheriff's Department telling you the sooner they find Sebastian, of course, the better.
Mark, of course, everyone is out searching for Sebastian right now. That search has been but once that is clear.
Seclusion. I'm so sorry. I did not know your mom had passed away. Our condolences. I'm so sorry. It's a hard time. Yes. Listen to what it said, Brianna. You got that? Listen here.
As the day progresses, more and more crews have come out to help with the search for Sebastian. So far, I've just seen a couple of agencies, just to mention a few of them: Metro Fire, State Troopers, TBI, City of Hendersonville, First Responders, Sumner County Sheriff's Office, Metro Urban Search and Rescue are all assisting. At this time, we know 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was last seen around midnight in his home, wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants with a white stripe, possibly barefoot right now. He does not have a history.
White stripe. Y'all hear that, right? Okay, why is the flyer Or why is it not saying that? Why was the confusion?
Completely. She talked to the mom. The mom told her, why does the flyers, why does the Amber Alerts, why does the Endangered Child Alert have black sweatpants and a black sweatshirt? Why? Why can his mother not get the correct story, even when it comes to the Amber Alerts, the flyers, and all the things being put out? It's her job as his mother and the last person that was seen by her to get it correct. And yet she's made no efforts in over a year to make that correct. People who listen to YouTube, we know that. What about the people who don't? They're not going to know that. They wouldn't have known to look for a person with white stripes on their pants. They would have said, oh no, that's not sweatpants. Bobby, thank you so much. Y'all are just so gracious today. Thank you for that. Guys, if you were gifted a membership tonight, please make sure to tell them thank you so much, because that is so gracious. And
Welcome, welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, Bobby. You're so sweet and gracious. Guys, it's not hard for a mother to come out and say, no, fix this. Fix it. Is something here? I hadn't been paying attention. Sorry, guys. But fix it. Get the right information on there. I'm the one that saw him last. Please make sure it's all correct. Not Sebastian's mama. She is in no way wanting everything to be correct. But let's listen some more, because it gets better.
Why the confusion about what he was wearing? Why? Why the confusion? Why the confusion of the outfit? When this lady, Kathleen or whatever from the news there, had it right on day one, 11 hours in.
11 hours, guys. 11 hours. She had it correct.
She said it. White stripe, black pants. You know, black pants with a white stripe. So why was that not? Why did it say black sweatpants, black sweatshirt? Why doesn't it say black sweatshirt or black long sleeve shirt with black sweatpants with a white stripe? White stripe is important because people are looking for solid black, not for black with a white stripe. So,
you know, a lot of people I've seen and I've heard over the time here on, you know, different YouTube channels and just things in chat where they're saying that basically it, you know, a white stripe's really not going to make that much difference. Well, yeah, it is. When you're talking about the old time Adidas style pants and you're talking black sweatpants, those are two different styles. They're two different things, completely different. Make it right. Why can Katie Proudfoot not make things correct? I don't get it. Let's
we're talking
listen.
about why the flyers not right. Why are they correct? Why haven't they changed the dates? Why this? Why that? Why this? Why that? Remember I
Bugsy,
said
thank
some
you
of
for
my
being
first
here.
videos of Sebastian Roderick. I said that, you know, why did they not get this stuff right? Why was it not talked about that he was last seen at midnight at his home? Why is these things not being talked about?
Exactly.
The white stripe, the flyer being totally wrong from that and not being corrected when the news lady had it right. And you know what?
11
The reason
hours.
I think so is because law enforcement She spoke with evidently the family. I don't know if it was Seth. I don't know who it was, Chris, whoever it was. But anyway, somebody told her he was last seen at midnight at that home and what he was wearing. So if she would have got this from Eric Craddock or the sheriff's office, because that's who she mainly spoke to was Eric Craddock, right? That's who everybody goes to is the lead guy on the team. So if she got that from him, then how come that wasn't transferred over to the Flyer?
Good point. Good point by Rich here. If she was to get this from Craddock and they had the correct information, and yet they let the wrong information be put out there, folks, that's a lot of this back on them. That tells you a little more about how corrupt they are. They're not wanting to find him any more than his own parents are wanting to find him. It's insane.
It was right there all along. A lot of people always said this a cover up case. I'm not trying to throw no more, rocks at it, right? But it's right there. Totally right there. So make it make sense. There's some things that bother me because some of these clips, is this the one? Hold on.
Searching now, we made contact with who they thought was Sebastian and was not. Again, that's a great tip. It could have been. So if somebody sees something, call us. Let us know. Do you guys know? I need to check the shoes.
That's the same lady, guys. You get what I'm trying to say, right? And this was, of course, the next day, the 27th.
That was a little bit of a conference or report from Eric Craddock with him talking to the public, chewing his gum. The most unprofessional thing a person could ever do. It's absolutely disgusting.
But she was going directly to the source. Is this the one with the...
Those considerations that go into looking for a child with autism. Some of the things they watch on sport, we know that Sebastian his favorite song is "Eye of the Tiger." We try playing that to just kind of call him and let him know we're here to help him.
They did a lot in the beginning. So this is something that has really been bugging me. Is this the one?
There are more than 200 searchers currently looking for Sebastian Rogers. And I'll be honest, it's a bit tense. It feels like everyone here has their head on a swivel.
Yeah, there's 200 people looking for it on that day. That particular, first day and second day?
First and second day.
More as time went on?
200 the first day. Listen.
Boy out of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning in the neighborhood.
Did y'all just hear that? Did you just hear what this man said? I'm going to go back just a tad. Oh, too far.
27. But he was going directly to the source.
Out of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning in a neighborhood that's pitch black.
Okay, how do they know what time?
Did you hear that guy? What would draw a young man out of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black? How did that man know that 3 o'clock was important? How did that man know 3 o'clock was important? 3 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black. What's going to cause him to leave home? Folks, I'm going to leave that there. Go to his channel if you want to hear the whole thing, okay? Those things I wanted heard. Because Katie said she last saw him, or she went to bed around midnight. He was already in his bed. Why does she say he was last seen at midnight? But yet, she doesn't go in his room to look at him. She didn't go in there to check on him. Not at all. So basically, the last time she laid eyes on him, according to her, is 9 p.m. Around 10 o'clock, 10:30, she hears a noise. She asks him. Eventually, she'll tell us he responded back. And then she continues on either sleeping, studying, or talking to Mr. Chris. Pick your version. But it all comes down to the fact that she said he was last seen around midnight wearing black sweatpants and a black sweatshirt. Later on, Mr. Chris himself is the one that brings out, hey, it's actually like Adidas style pants with the black pants with the white stripe down the side. And it wasn't a sweatshirt. It wasn't a hoodie. It's a long sleeve black t-shirt. But yet, 11 hours. They didn't talk out until 8 days later. And that woman knew 11 hours after he had been reported missing that it was black pants with a long sleeve black shirt, and his pants had a white stripe. But yet they can't get that correct on the flyers. This man says, what would draw a kid out of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's pitch black outside? Where's this coming from? He was last seen at midnight. Now here's this man that says 3 o'clock in the morning. Did they actually know about the 3 a.m. flashlights? Did they actually know that that had happened? Is that a slip up when they tell us this about not sure why a young man would leave his home at 3 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black? Is that why Katie had to come up with the version of, oh, there was a flashlight missing? Come to find out, Seth tells us it's a little fidget toy you get at a trade show, little flashlight, and it didn't even work anymore. He kept it in his pocket and fidgeted with it. But Katie didn't tell us any of that part. She made it out like there was a small flashlight he had, and it's missing. Why would she say that? Because she knew there were flashlights happening in the back of her home at 3 o'clock in the morning? Is that it, Katie? I am so tired of all the versions surrounding this young man's case. I'm so tired of all the different clothing articles he's wearing, times that he was last seen, all the things of what happened after they got home from Texas Roadhouse. What happened, Katie? You were there. Tell us what happened when you got home from Texas Roadhouse, because my gosh, you can't go to sleep at 10:30 while you're studying, while you're going to sleep at 11, while you're talking on the phone to your husband till midnight. It can't. It can't be. Why is it no one, not even the sheriff's department, can get their shit straight? And after hearing a while ago that Sumner County had all this information about somebody wanting ransom for Sebastian, they didn't do nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Why? Did they know? Did they know that Sebastian wasn't being held for ransom? Does Sumner County actually know what happened to Sebastian? I question it. I question everything now. And it's kind of funny because I made the comment about I don't even send nothing to Sumner County anymore because they don't do nothing. And of course, now the tips have to be sent to Sumner County before you send them on to dog and at night is the thing. All we're doing is giving them a heads up on what we know because Sumner County can't get off their ass and take care of Sebastian's case and find him. They're doing nothing with the fact that there's 5 CPS cases. They're doing nothing with the fact that at the very, very, very beginning, this man makes a comment about why would a child want to leave his home at 3:00 in the morning when it's pitch black outside? Was that a slip up? Kudos to Rich and Ruby for catching that. I had never heard those. So way to go for him. Definitely. If you haven't subbed, yeah, exactly, Kelly. If you haven't subbed to Rich and Ruby, definitely go do it and finish listening to this video. He does a really great job. And yeah, Magic Star why 3:00 in the morning. He was last seen at midnight, right? Why are you going to bring up 3 in the morning? Because they know. They know. They know damn well exactly what happened to Sebastian, and they're doing nothing about it. They're getting their pockets full. I agree, seclusion. Pretty risky for a ransom this late. Yeah. It started out kind of iffy to me only because it wasn't a creator. It wasn't a parent that was contacted. It wasn't anyone other than that. It was someone in their chat that got contacted. That right there was a red flag to me. And anything using crypto was definitely a red flag. And folks, there's a lot of stuff going on. And it seems as if I feel like I'm being pushed away from Sebastian's case. And it's a struggle I have personally. It may not be what's happening, but that's the way I'm starting to feel about it. And it just pisses me off. Because then we're going to listen to this. And that makes me want to dig more. His mother has no intention of him ever being found. Why? Why would any mother not want to get the correct information put out there? 11 hours into the game, this reporter knew exactly what he was wearing. And reported it. 11 hours. All the flyers have black sweatpants and black sweatshirts. It wasn't till weeks later when the parents come onto YouTube, not the news, YouTube, and tell us a whole different version. Why would they even not consider at all telling the truth? His mother and his stepfather have created havoc through this whole entire case. I don't know if y'all have read or seen, not read, But if you haven't seen the video I put out called His Story, please go listen to it. Because it's Sebastian's story. It's exactly their words, their actions, the truth. I was going to play it here, but I really can't. Queen, not that we know of. I haven't heard anything. No, I'm not going to give up. But I do feel I have this struggle within me that I feel like I'm being pushed out away from Sebastian's case. And it may be just me. But then I hear something from the very, very, very beginning that he caught, that he had recorded on his phone. And it just proves more and more and more. Folks, there is something happening here. There is some evil, evil people at play in Sebastian's case. I'm sorry to say it, but in my opinion, his mother is leading the charge. She's the one that set that narrative for all of us. She's the one that put out all the information about him being young at mind. Christopher follows up with the fact that he's only 10 or 11 years old. He's not caught up to his age yet. They're the ones that tell us how goofy he dances and how bad he walks and he has a gait and all these things. He can't eat properly. You don't even want to eat with him at the table. And then we saw the Texas Roadhouse video and we're all blown away. We saw a teenage boy who has very well manners. He kept his knees, his legs crossed. He kept his hands on his lap. He didn't keep his elbows on the table. He wasn't all hunched up, all up in his mother's face, like she says he can't stay out of her bubble. They made it out like people didn't want to be with him because he was so bad. And yet we saw it with our own damn eyes. And then, of course, for the 1-year anniversary, his mother comes out and says, I guess it got misconstrued. Well, heifer, you're the one that misconstrued it. You're the one that put that crap out there. We didn't know Sebastian. We took your words, Katie Proudfoot, and that's what we got out of it. All of us. It wasn't until we saw with our very own eyes the video footage of him sitting at a table eating, and he looked very well mannered. Better than you sitting there with your face in your phone, having no conversation with your son. And when you did, he's shaking his head no. It's as if you can read his words saying, I can't. He can't what, Katie? What did you tell him? What was it, Katie, about your child that you couldn't handle? Southern Charm, thank you for being a member for 2 months. You are so sweet. She says, thank you, Lolly, for working so hard for Sebastian. You are welcome. I wouldn't do anything else. I really wouldn't. Sebastian's got my heart. I don't want to stop. I feel like I'm fighting an uphill climb every single day when I try to go live. I feel as if I keep getting a boot to the face and getting pushed back down. But guess what? Still here. Thank you, Southern Charm, for being part of us and wanting to be here with us. That is so precious. Thank you. We only have 6 months to this year and still no Sebastian. You're right. You're right. But, when you stop and think about a stepfather that 8 days after his stepson has gone missing, 8 days, and he makes the comment, "This will be a case that's gonna be studied for years to come." According to him, that's what the police told him. Why? Why? If you were planning on going out and finding your stepson and bringing him back, what would there be to study? They knew, folks. They have known this whole entire time. I have tried every which way to look at it differently, but it's their words, their own words. They have spoken. The words that come out of their mouth is what makes them look so bad. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Where is Sebastian? Where is he? I agree with you, me and you. I agree with you 100%. Katie holds the key, folks. I have said it from the very beginning. I will continue to say it repeatedly. And guys, there's no way about it because a mother who wants to find her child, who is desperate to find her child, is not going to leave and go on vacation, who's not going to leave and travel across the United States, who's not going to be the person to go to the casinos, go to the beach, go to the drink up bar at the beach. They're going to be sitting at home waiting patiently. They're going to be printing out more flyers to post everywhere. They're going to be lined up at the news station wanting to talk about their child again, show his face some more. And when they do talk, the mother's going to tell one story because it's the story she absolutely lived through. The things that actually happened, like during the daytime that day. None of that's changed. It's always pretty much been the same story. It's only after they get home that things get a little wonky. And she adds to and takes away and changes timeline and all that stuff. The most important, crucial time. His mother can't even tell the story correctly. Why is that, Katie? The ransom money. I can't help but ask, is that Mr. Chris looking to get some bail money? Is that what that's about? Does he want to make sure he's got enough bail money? And he can't be the one that just outright come out and say, hey, this is where you can find Sebastian. Is Katie going to leave him hanging? Because she has her lawyer. Does Chris? Don't know. Don't care. It is a very deep rabbit hole. It is. And folks, When I tell you this is going to be bigger than you could ever imagine, I'm talking massive, huge. We're talking real estate, taxing, all the things. We're talking local, we're talking regional, we're talking federal, we're talking all over the place. We're talking embezzlement like you wouldn't believe. And the payments and all the stuff that's being paid on the other side of the street. Oh, bless their heart. We should start feeling bad for them because, orange does look nice on most skin colors, but not all, right? Not all. Yeah, Holly, I saw that. It's funny how I spent all that time and everybody wants to tear that apart. TJ, you're right. Yeah, a lot of people thought maybe he was, and then I saw some other comments that, they didn't think he was or whatever. I don't know who was behind it. I don't know if it was just some creepy person that saw. This is the thing. If it was a creepy person that saw the billboard, that randomly saw a flyer, they'd be calling that number, wouldn't you think? They wouldn't be reaching out to a mod in Crime Time Buzz's chat. That's where things changed for me. That's when I realized, no, this isn't just a random person. Nope. So yeah, not just random. It's not a person who wants to exploit this child and get money from the parents because the parents weren't notified, were they? It was a sub in Crime Time Buzz's chat. She contacted Jay, Crime Time Buzz, who contacted Sumner County and At Night and Dog and all the things, and it took over from there. And of course, Sumner County did absolutely nothing. They're not going to, folks. They're not going to. And if you live in Sumner County or anywhere around there, know anyone that does, and they vote for him for reelection, then it's going to continue. And if it's your child, I would reconsider that 100%. You know, every town, I look at it this way, every town, it doesn't matter what state you're in, what country you're in, every department is going to have some form of corruption to it. Whether it's just a little here, little there, there's always, every place you go to, there's that corruption. But when it comes to a whole family, when it comes to building those big old fancy houses, when it comes to purchasing a home, going in fixing it up, a family member buys it and you buy it back from them. There's something crooked going on there. Like what Christopher and his mommy just did not too long ago. There's a whole lot involved in it, guys. A whole lot. Yes, At Night sent their people to different countries and states. Guys, if you ever questioned, is At Night and Dog working? Yes, they are. Jay said she was amazed at their response and their reach that they have all over. But due to the fact that there was a bounty out on Dog's head, kind of like what Mr. Bowerstocks wanted to do to his ex-daughter-in-law, the mother of his granddaughter. Oh, wait, it's not his granddaughter. That's Mommy Sock's granddaughter. Remember the guy we listened to that used to work for him who said he would have paid to have her taken out? Kind of the same thing, right? Hey, Kylie, how you doing? Mr. Corntooth? Yeah, for sure. Yep, Rhonda, north to south, east to west. It's all over. They have their connections all over the place. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. I got up, got my shower. My hair was wet. I got it combed out. Me and Ziva jumped in the golf cart, and I think the wind was blowing this away. We've been outside all day, so it's all kinds of all over. So yeah, folks, I knew for a fact when I saw all the people at Texas Roadhouse, when I saw all these people in these places at Texas Roadhouse, their little conversation as she walks by and yellow coat guy turns to look at her and puts his hand over, says something. The guy sitting on the bench, the guys walk by, the guy hits his nose like that. All these things. Oh, thank you, Magic Star. This is just me. It's just air dried thanks to the golf cart and the lake wind. But all those people, all in those places, at the very time Katie and Chris were, or Katie and Sebastian were having dinner? Really? This is bigger, way bigger. Now, was every person I identified exactly that person? I don't know. I wasn't there. I can show you a picture and I can say, oh my God, this looks just like her. This looks just like him. Look at the picture of the back of Mr. Chris at the Harley shop. He's standing exactly like the guy leaning against the concrete pillar. Is that Mr. Chris? I don't know. I wasn't there, but I can sure as hell show you. And as far as Yellow Jacket guy goes, I'll tell you this. If that's not the guy I thought it was, so be it. But I'm going to tell you something. Because of the fact that I looked into that person, there's at least 9 kids released from a facility that was absolutely horrific. So am I going to apologize for that? Hell no. Hell no. I'm not. I went down that road for a reason. I had no clue what that reason is. Hold on. Ziva, come. Come here. She wants to go outside just to see if my cousin's dog, who's next door, is outside or not. Ziva, come. Come here, right here. Come on. Poor thing. Her just so pathetic, y'all. Her so pathetic. Oh, goodness. Oh, little baby. But whatever reason, I felt led. Yeah, she wants to go play with her cousin. She does. But for whatever reason, I felt led to go that route. Guys, these kids were released. They got to take off their ankle monitors. They got to quit getting a shot every day, so many times a day. They were in a lockdown facility with razor wire. Yeah, Charlene, Love in Vegas is the one that said it was Richard Bishop. I had found him by a fluke. I didn't put that connection together until I sent Blue Eyes a message and say, why do I know this name? And she connected it. She was like, that's the guy that Vegas lady was talking about. And I'm like, okay. But could it be? It could be. We don't know. Was that Chris's sister? Two of them at Texas Roadhouse walking that we saw? It could be. Folks, it could be. None of us were there. Yellow jacket, the green hoodie person. Sumner County tells us they spoke to that person just recently and crossed them off the list. The person they spoke to, supposedly, when they sent that letter out in December, that person had died middle of November. How are you going to speak to somebody who's no longer living? How are you going to do that, Sumner County? They knew daggum good and well they're going to squash it like a bug before it could ever get looked into any further. Because that's how they operate. The only time they ever came out and spoke was sending out this little statement. So no, I don't think Green Hoodie is dead. I really don't. I may be wrong, but that's my opinion. I have an opinion that Katie knows exactly what happened and how Sebastian left that home. I have that opinion. I will stand on that opinion. Because in my heart, I know there was nothing found from all those searches. There was not a scent found of Sebastian's out of 18 scent dogs. No sighting whatsoever on anyone's ring camera, surveillance cameras, anything. None. Nothing. How does a child leave his home at 3 a.m., according to this man, right? Into the dark of the night and nothing be anywhere around. That means he had to be carried out. Someone had to physically pick him up and carry him out of that home. He was either put into his mother's car in the garage where no one saw. He was carried in the dark of the night at 3 a.m. and put into that waiting car, or he didn't even make it home. There's your three choices, Sumner County. Why don't you work off of one of those? We just handed it to you, Sumner County, because there's nothing else that you got. Hey, Retha. Oh, you're good. Thank you for being here. Definitely carried out. Had to have been. He either didn't make it home or he was carried out. End of story. And Sumner County is the one that says he definitely made it home. Definitely made it home. Okay. If he made it home, who carried him out? Katie's the one that put herself in the house with him. So did Katie carry him out? Sounds like something, you know, a Navy person, an MMA boxer fighter person could definitely do, right? Folks, what more can we do? It's plain as day. I try not to call out and to be so harsh on the parents, but by golly, they're making it worse for themselves. They're making it so obvious. You're just stupid if you can't call them out. You're just in there playing with your time. I don't have time to sit here and play. There's a missing child, folks. Right? I really don't care who gets pissed off and mad at me. I really don't. I'm not here, folks. I'm not here to please everybody. That's impossible. I'm here and I'm going to sit here and talk to you and tell you everything that's in front of us. And everything that's in front of us tells us one of three things. He did not make it home from Texas Roadhouse. If he did, he was either put in his car, his mother's car, in the garage and carried out that next morning, or he was carried out to the waiting car at 3 o'clock in the dark of the night. We heard it with Rich and Ruby. That man said, what would make a teenage boy leave his home at 3 o'clock in the morning in the pitch black dark? Why? Why are you going to talk about 3 a.m.? At that time, that live video hadn't been discovered yet, right? Somebody already knew about 3 a.m. or he wouldn't have mentioned it. Maybe he forgot that they weren't going to mention 3 a.m. They weren't going to show us the light video at 3 a.m. They were just going to snuggle it all over there and put it away. $10. That's how poor I am. $10, I'll bet you. I don't think they were ever going to do anything with it. We would have never seen it if somebody had not videoed it with their phone and sent it to Nick Ferris. That's the only way we've got that video. And according to what he says here, Richard Ruby says that video starts at 2:58 a.m. What we see is around 3:10 a.m. And yet it's after 6 when his mother decides to make that call that he's not in the home. So if he went out and left around 3 a.m., they know he left around 3 a.m. Why didn't they call sooner? Maybe they were waiting for that trash truck to come and take all that trash away, because if that trash can was still out there full of stuff, the police could have got it and looked through it. Okay, let me look at Sebastian. Seclusion. I did the math and said, oh my, even weight distribution. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry. Trying to touch the screen without making a, even the mathematical measurement tells me the lean to the left, that on uneven weight distribution to the walk pattern. Exactly. Exactly. And folks, here we have it right here. Of course, this is not my picture. This is a picture that Voices Behind the Truth put out, but this is the top picture, shows me there's someone over the shoulder. They're being held up top. and that is the red part is the butt and feet hanging down. I do not believe it is that bag and only that bag. I believe Sebastian was carried out at 3 a.m. That's what I believe. And I believe he was over this way and at some point had to readjusting. That's my thoughts. Am I an expert? No. Do I know it all? No. Is it all my opinion based on their words and their actions? Yeah. My opinion. Yeah, Bo. I saw that. It's crazy. But you know what? Like I said, I stand by everything I'm doing. I stand by everything I'm saying. And I don't know what more to do here. I'm not going to sit here and pacify the mother and the stepfather. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to. I don't sit here and stroke the egos of people that have 5 CPS cases. 5, folks, 5. Not going to do it. I'm not going to sit on panels with people who support that. And if you support Katie and Chris, you support that. I'm not going to sit here and try to say all the right, nice things so that I don't get threatened. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of people who want to be bullies. Grown ass adult bullies. It's pathetic. It's not a good look. They're desperate. They're desperate, desperate, desperate to shut people up so that nobody feels the pressure. Nobody gets pushed into saying, okay, we have to do something about Sebastian's case. They're not going to stop. I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of pushing until something gets happened for Sebastian. Until Sebastian can be found. I want to push. I'm ready to push. Oh, good for you, Seclusion said. I've been thinking about those flashlights I reached to a Navy person in Norfolk. Good deal. Let me know what you find out. Send me an email. Here, let me make sure my banner is back up here with my email stuff. There you go. You know, folks, it takes all of us, every single one of us, to sit here to decipher through things, just like Rich and Ruby. I don't know him. I was told to listen to that video. I've listened to several of his videos. I've enjoyed them. I support him. Everything he's doing for good. And when I wouldn't listen to that, I wanted to share that because he had things that I haven't found. That's what it should be about. Go listen to him. Give him the views for that video. Those are great catches. Hey, Casey. Yeah, he is good. He's good. You know, he's been threatened as well. He's been out searching, had a note left on his backpack. These people don't want Sebastian found. You don't hear about that in anybody else's missing child case. Only Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. They have fingers and arms stretching out all over the place. But guess what, folks? This is the funny part. After I sat here the other day and I went through and put it on paper, so I'm a paper person. If I can put it on paper and look at it and go over it, I'm going to catch on to it. I put all these channels down, all these things that each channel's done. Didn't take me long to realize all these threats are coming from the same basic group, but none of them's left their house. Talk about keyboard warriors. We've got some keyboard bullies. But hey, I think we might have to play the video of the YouTube creator who just took her life recently. Brittany was threatened not to play it because, that would bring out some truth there. It would make them look bad. Obvious. Obvious. And they don't have to worry about filing that paperwork because here you go. Go ahead and file that paperwork. Here you go. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And to get $30,000, just a portion of that reward fund would be a little more in their pocket to dish out, right? Lord help us. It's ridiculous. Well, guys, I appreciate you all being here with me tonight. I do thank you, each and every one of you, because I know a lot of people are going live. It's been a busy night tonight, but folks, people are getting nervous. We're part of making them get nervous. Let's keep doing a good job with it. Let's keep it up. Because Sebastian deserves to be found. His story deserves to be told. Everyone should hear the story of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Everyone. Hey, Tam, thank you. I know, right? Oh, guys, I'll be back the next couple of nights, and then probably Friday and Saturday is going to be hit and miss. We got family coming up here, and I've been told they're coming bright and early Friday morning. They want breakfast when they get here, a big hot breakfast. I'm not a morning person. I don't know who they think's going to be cooking them breakfast. They might as well stop at IHOP on the way. I'm not a morning person. I'll cook you a big old dinner, big spread for the evening time, but I don't know about the morning time. It ain't happening. Get you a Pop-Tart. Oh, but I'll definitely be back here tomorrow. So we'll talk some more. I thank you all for the memberships, the support for order food. Yeah, exactly. But I thank y'all for just supporting my channels, just being here for me. I tell you, folks, it means the world. Y'all just don't know. So, anyways, love and hugs to everybody. See you soon.